Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle. Today, we have another clan clash. This one is going to be between the Hiller and Templars. So, you know, not seeing the most common... Like, we're seeing some other clans playing. Kind of exciting. This one actually, man, insane. Like, absolutely insane fighting on both sides. Like, the kills and deaths... It is a bloody battle, guys, on both sides, and it's going to come down to the wire. I can promise you that. Now, before things really start popping off, especially for this Russia, let's go over the factions. So you have the Hiller playing as the coalition, which is a custom armies, so like theaters of war. They're called the TOW, theaters of war armies. So you have a 9-point Russia. Oh, may have some cavalry charging in here, trying to catch it. Didn't realize it started so soon, as some Ulani are going to try to stop those Chasseurs Chevaux. Now Dragoons are throwing themselves in. Nice infantry support from the light infantry from Russia. Like I said, 9-point Russia behind them, and 10-point España, Portugal, UK. On the side, you have another UK 9 Portugal, and then I believe you have an Ottoman UK, which is also an 8-pointer. On the other side, for the French, who are the Templars, you have an 8-point France, Egypt, 1798. You have I believe it's a Denmark, I believe it's a 7 or a 6-pointer. Maybe it's an 8-pointer. I apologize, it doesn't have that one listed. You have a 11-point France Allemagne, 1805, and a 10-point France España, 1809. So, a lot of custom armies, which actually brings a different spin on the field. This is also on the map Netherlands 2. And, I may just post the stats of where all the clans are standing at the very end, because this battle's just rolling up immediately. France and Russia fighting in this territory here, this, like, open terrain. Of course, France did grab the LOC. Looks like some cavalry. He's just waiting. Just waiting here, guys, to be sent in against the Russian lines. Oh, we have a cavalry engagement here on the flank here as the UK break one of the French cavalry units. More French massing up here, guys. Man, there's so much focused in this town. This is gonna be an incredible fight. Now, we are also seeing ooh, interesting. It's like that charge just like braced those skirms. I didn't know that was a thing. We have a cav engagement happening over here, as well as more of the French massive cavalry, like tons of cav, pushing up here. This is so much cavalry. So many dragoons, and the coalition's gonna really have to watch out for that. Out on the open field, lots of cav play still going on. The Russians and the UK have plenty of cav to mirror the French cav, and of course you have the UK sending their lines, which can for the most part square over to the left flank here. Skirmishers for Russia mostly. As now with stakes deployed, that is going to obsolete cav engagements for the moment, for the French at least, as, ooh, okay, I know why they did that. Artillery set up, 12-pounders to focus down the French cavalry and infantry. That can become very devastating. France, they're gonna have their work cut out for them. Now, Russia has a very good position, so long as they do not get flanked over here. Now, another cav engagement. Denmark now throwing down with some UK Portuguese cavalry. Imagine fighting in this. You don't even know, like, you know, you're being told to charge the enemy, and you do, and you're like, well, you know, is that the battle? And then you don't realize, but a huge fight's raging like a mile and a half away from you. Maybe a mile. Nah, not even a mile. I don't know the scale of this, but I feel like that's probably roughly, maybe almost a mile. Now, France has followed suit. So both sides have artillery. And Russia's using canister, while France is opting for round shot. Both sides now still getting themselves into position. You know what? I think now is a good time to, nothing's happening unless something happens. Here are the here are the stats for where each of the clans are, because yeah, nothing's happening. You can see Hiller, they have 13. You have Templars with 1. So hey, I guess we will see who will take. Will the Templars move up, or will Hiller manage to bump themselves up higher into the stats here of this game, of this tournament? We do have the UK shifting more forces here. UK have plenty of really good cavalry. Russia inching their troops along the side of this building. Keep themselves equal with the French. Looks like France is inching away from the center where the artillery is, and they're shifting troops over to meet the UK, leaving some of their light infantry, and I'm assuming some grenadiers as well. Artillery's actually moving. Oh, wow. Russia is really pushing here on the right. Look at this push. Cavalry going for the artillery. What a snipe going between the buildings to just obsolete this French artillery piece. What a play, as Russia is just sneaking around these buildings, really pushing on France. However, Russia does take some losses. France collapsing upon their flank. And actually, Russia is having some problems with that cavalry. But here we go. So Russia, or the coalition, pushed out a lot on the town's left flank. On the right flank, you have the UK pushed into the tree line on the other side of the road. You still have Ottomans still up and coming. More UK on the right side of this town as well. He has a nice reserve, has cavalry in reserve. France, they have an army out here on the left side of the town. And in the town, I know they have one in the tree line behind with reinforcements coming down the road. This could be the 11-pointer. This very well could be the 11-pointer pushing down the road. The UK are going to need some help. Potentially. France could just collapse in on their flank. It's a lot of Frenchmen, and of course Denmark as well. So the fact that they have some of this tree line with some skirmishers, I mean, the British are holding them back with a light infantry contingent from their army, but they don't have a lot to protect this flank. They are holding the LOC, and they have a couple units with some cavalry, but it's very weak in the forest if France really pushes. This left flank, though, going strong here. France is actually going to have to... They're going to have to make some kind of a decision here because they are getting pushed. Now, Egypt is over here.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack.
This is all the Egyptian corps. Wait. Egypt, or is this the France, Italy? No, this is the Egypt. At least some of it is. Damn. Both sides are not backing down. And these lines are massive. Oh, we have cavalry moving forward. Breaking the first of the Russian line. We do have cavalry in the back that can try to stifle a little bit of this attack from France. And I'm sure France is going to follow it up with more cavalry and infantry. As you can see, ooh, Russia's in a bad place right now. We have France advancing their lines forward here as Russia's starting to have a huge break. Dragoons from the UK going in to reinforce, bolster this line. But France has made some huge plays here, and it seems so far to be working out for them. Spanish Dragoons to try to plug in the gap. With Russia broken, France can start counterattacking towards the center. Who the heck? Oh, dang, I forgot about that. It's those archers that fire cannons. Hopefully they don't live very long. All right, let's check over here. Let's see. You have the UK locked in an engagement now with France. Artillery from Denmark has set up to help with the attack. Anti-skirmishers are coming under fire, or this line infantry plus skirmishers coming under fire. The Ottomans have yet to show up. I do believe, sorry, I'm bouncing around a lot. I saw cavalry. Oh my gosh. Please tell me they run out of arrows. We do have some dragoons from Russia trying to stop this French push. But the first action, hey, thankfully there was some reserves from the UK to throw forward, but that is probably as much as the coalition has for this side. They do not have a lot more reserves, but it's still even the odds. They definitely looked way more overpowered than the French did, but France evened it out with a lot of their cavalry. And the Ottomans still have yet to show up. We have yet to see where they're actually going to try to go. Denmark is collapsing in on the left flank, it does appear. Cavalry running through the forests, chopping down some skirmishers. Well, that's probably why the Ottomans are diverting. I mean, that's a whole flank that's going to collapse in on the UK's left or the right flank. It's going to force the UK to have to pull back their lines and reform. Maybe even shift some reserves over. You know, despite the big charge, oh, what do we have here? More artillery getting sniped. Man, the coalition has to do an excellent job of getting the guns.
Oui, monsieur. Oui, monsieur.
Wait, wow. It's not. Here we go, the UK. They're matching up with the French again on this side. Rather vicious volleys from these light infantry. And And France once again is in retreat despite that initial counterattack. They are trying not to get overwhelmed by that coalition. There we go. We have reinforcements over here. Looks like the UK Ottoman army has forces over by this LOC. Because keep in mind, guys, they have to hold some LOCs in order to truly be able to win this. For now, of course, it can become a death match, but over time, unless someone wins decisively, it's going to be LOCs, which you will be glad you held on to throughout the game. Denmark's really putting the heat on this right flank. They're dropping a couple. Denmark over here pushing up a ton as well. I mean, this line here, this right flank is actually one that seems the most precarious. That's why you know, they're shifting this entire 8-pointer over to the right flank to help out with that side. Over here, France has really made some distance between themselves and the coalition. The town actually has not really been a hot point for a lot of fighting yet. France does have artillery set up in a more defensive position. It's kind of raised on the road. And they'll be able to get some nice shots off, especially as the coalition starts getting closer. And that's probably why the coalition have paused. They're going to probably try to see where they may want to attack next. I mean, both sides seem to have disengaged a little bit. Denmark probably is the only one that seems to be making a push here. Now, if the French keep their positions and don't engage, but let Denmark keep pushing, the French can basically force a lot of the coalition to stay in their positions to face them and not be able to shift much needed reserves potentially towards this Denmark push. However, with the appearance of the 8-point UK Ottomans, I would say things will be a little bit better for the coalition. I think they can maybe hold this. We will see as things play out. The buildings will make it easier for the coalition, for the UK, to actually defend, as they can set up on the other side in nice long lines, but the buildings will throw up the formation or break up the formation for Denmark. But the stats in this battle, guys, do not show a stagnant, staring at each other kind of battle. There's something's going to happen. That's why I keep checking around, because something happens. I mean, several things happen. That much is obvious. Just where and when is the question. The suspense is killing me. One of those artillery pieces still getting some shots. Does look like Denmark is trying not to go across. He's trying to stay in the forest, in the trees. But this battle definitely, this fight on this side is definitely not going fast-paced yet. As for the most part, Denmark's is keeping their lines back. at least, for now. I've not seen any of their guard or grenadiers yet. This fight is just bringing out further and further. Look at this. This is what a typical Napoleonic battle probably would look like, right? The forces on both sides, with reserves, cavalry, artillery. Looks like Russia may be pushing up a little bit here. LOC wise though, I mean, this 2-pointer is held by the French. This 2-pointer held by the coalition, and the 4-pointer over here held by the coalition. Plus they have one over by the 1-pointer, or they can get one over by the 1-pointer, so they have 6-7. They'd have 6-7. It may come down to rushing for this one. Who knows? I suspect the coalition, if they have to, it'll come down to them taking this one, holding this one, and taking this one. And they may not ever take these 3 in the back, but if they can take the top part of the map, they will be just fine. Coalition is still trying to flank around. However, we are seeing a bit more general movement. Mostly from the UK, but Russia is forming up with them. We have cavalry. Are they going for an artillery piece? Skirmishers, okay. I feel like the tone of the battle just shifted again. Oh, cavalry going for these skirmishers. Oh, and a bigger move here with infantry charging in as well. Square is formed for Denmark to support their cavalry. Well, I think we have a general movement here. The UK see it. France pushing forward here. This is where things are starting to roll off. Now France getting hit really hard here. Dragoons smashing into the French lines. Collapsing in on multiple flanks, but here comes France. Going for a melee here. Sacrificing one square so their men can get away. The line does shift a little bit as France just lurched forward in this center. Over here, Russia is still putting a lot of pressure. More dragoons charging in against the French line.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, France is still getting pushed back, constantly getting pushed back. Over here, France is just making some plays. Denmark also on the offensive. The UK have pulled back significantly, giving up ground. Do we have a melee here? Yes. Well, no. Actually, some cavalry charging against Russian infantry. We have cavalry from the UK, or from the Russians, going in on the French line. Both sides putting a lot of pressure. Awesome. Cuirassiers going in. Some of my favorite units. Russia's really making a play here. Troops almost point blanking with the French line. Camels now getting engaged. And overall, you can see Russia has made some significant progress here. Over on this side, the UK have managed to keep getting away from the French. The French keep pushing and pushing. At a certain point, and I think they are doing this, diverting forces over to their much battered allies who are losing this fight now. The cavalry's carrying into the woods. I think this is a break all along the board for France. One or two units left, but I think the coalition is being very victorious on this left flank. And over here, I mean, France was trying to make that attack, but now the coalition has turned around and is starting to make this a shooting gallery. You have a little bit of a cav clash on the back. Denmark really trying to break the rear of the UK with cavalry. Look at this. Just shooting them to pieces. France does have some forces left in the forest, but whatever he does have, he is going to be pulling back. They're going to try to regroup, I'm sure, to defend the right side. They still got to hold the LOC, which they do still hold. Russia has not managed to take that away from them. Looks like some grenadiers are going in for melee, pushing back the French white flank.
Our men are running, sir.
Denmark successfully started breaking up this left flank here. We'll see how well they can keep carrying that on. But there was the general movement, especially on this side. That was a beautiful flank. They went in with cavalry and infantry multiple times on the road, but they just kind of slowly slowly tightened the left flank. And then once everything in the center was starting to be in the heat of a battle,
Our men are running.
went in with cavalry and infantry on the left flank and broke through. I think, like I said, there were definitely some French troops that did get away, but the majority of the French army has been broken, except for what's still around the town. Real question is, who's going to win this shootout? I think France is going to lose this against the UK in the long run. Unless they can make some change, it's most likely going to be a loss for them. They probably don't have as good of shooting as their opponent.
Oui, monsieur.
The initial attack was beautiful. You could tell they were planning on making an attack. The coalition just got away, and the thing was they had cavalry to defend because the French needed to send their cavalry in to attack the infantry of the UK, but the UK had cavalry to counter. Oh. They're going to get that annoying horse artillery that was wreaking havoc in their center line. You see, France, they actually have reformed. Man, they are totally reformed here. Not as strong as they maybe were before, but they still have some infantry. Not what the coalition was hoping for, but they'll deal with it. What do we have here? Artillery going to get sniped by Russia, or Russian artillery going to be sniped by France. Oh, I think France forgot about the stakes. That is going to be a huge loss. They will definitely not be able to take that engagement. You see France trying to break up this left flank, save their LOC. Yeah, France had so much cavalry. I'm surprised they didn't use it against this UK when they first attacked. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention to where the cavalry was all at. Be a reason why they weren't able to throw all their cavalry into the melee. This open field, though, has been quite the show. If not, it's been kind of a more decreased level of intensity of fighting, though. So some more cavalry is harassing the coalition's line. Okay, what is actually happening? Man, this French cavalry is just harassing. Oh, never mind. This is not French. This is the French infantry getting attacked by dragoons. So it looks like France has been trying to force the coalition away from their LOC by a series of bayonet charges, which for the most part worked. However, the cavalry from the UK finally got a back charge and broke two. Maybe even we'll get a third line infantry from France breaking. You have the foot from the UK pushing forward. Forest fight is still raging. Like I said, probably won't be a very significant change for a little bit, unless we see some melee charges here. France reinforcing in the town, though. So this 24th better turn to its right. Has 4 regiments, 4 line of foot pushing up on their right flank. Absolutely getting flanked. Oh no! Over here, I think Denmark's still trying the best they can, but I mean, it's going to be kind of difficult for them to take this LOC. The 8-point Ottoman UK is sitting pretty good on that 2-pointer. What they can only hope is to hold their 2-pointer and take another 4-pointer, and then take at least 2 more 1-pointers to win. Man, we have a lot of just fighting. Like, the lines are kind of hard to see. The formations at this point so broken up. The real main line that the French actually have, they have that line by the road, the line in the town, stretching into the forest. They're not to reform it because the UK are pushing into the town again. And over here, the UK have, with the French, a small line along here. Maybe there's more reserves, but they are not attacking. And I wouldn't be surprised if they've diverted reinforcements over towards this LOC fight. In fact, we may actually see a huge push from France with cavalry and infantry in coordination. This may get turned around. The French may turn this fight around. With all the reinforcements, they can start pushing forward here, swinging into the UK in the forest, and that's exactly what they're doing. Bayonet charges and cavalry. And the UK are the ones now who are going to be in retreat. A crushing blow to the UK. Losing the entirety of their army in the forest. The only army they have left is over here, out to over here. And that is a huge blow for the coalition, for the Hiller clan. Now it's going to probably come down to LOCs, being totally honest here. The UK, I'm not sure if they're going to shift more forces over or if they're just not going to worry about it. 17 minutes remaining. Definitely the time to be thinking about your LOCs. Now with France being victorious over here, they could shift over to start dealing with England. I mean, quite honestly, guys, the Templars could definitely still win this. If they play their cards right and they start breaking the coalition army and move for LOCs quickly, like immediately, they could still win this. It was a huge break that this Ottoman cavalry got. Just like the UK are going to pull back here, although maybe leaving a small rearguard to deal with the French. And the rest are going to pull back, maybe go for the town or for the other LOCs. I can only assume that's what they may be thinking. Yeah, it does like it's an entirely... They're going to entirely pull back. I'm just gonna fast forward button a little bit here until they re-engage. But yeah, the fight, it actually turned back to the French favor over here. I was really surprised. I mean, with that initial counterattack, the French were winning at first. They broke a lot of Russia. They had to pull back, and then the French got counterattacked. Basically, coalition lurched forward, forced them across the road, broke them. They fell back, got reinforcements, I think, from the center, and then re-attacked using the town to collapse the flank, and then on both flanks they had cavalry, and it worked out beautifully for them. Man, this cavalry is getting shot up. All these forest fights, it's rough, insanely rough. We're square. Oh man, Denmark's got Ottoman's number. They're absolutely surrounded. Look right down, smoke just starts drifting away up into the sky. It's super foggy, you can't see anything. Crazy. Haze that starts drifting over the field. It slowly starts dissipating as it goes away, but could you imagine the smell of gunpowder and all? I mean, Man. These poor guys getting shot up by Denmark.
Our men are running, sir.
The UK is still trying to reform here, with France forming up to meet them. It's a delaying game until the game is up. I suspect that's what's happening here. They have more forces marching down to take some LOCs. Denmark has cavalry that's going to be trying to... they're not going to be able to. They'll charge this unit and break. Because like I said, 2, 3, 4, 8 total. Wait, right? Yeah, 8 total versus their, 6, 7 total. Come down to the 2 1-pointers, and I guess we'll see if oh, the foot guards, the kiddies, you gotta be kidding me. These guys are gonna take anything. These guys will definitely take this LOC if the enemy have forces in it. Who better than the British foot guards? Who better? Now, the big trick here, guys, is that the coalition has to hold this LOC here. They have to hold it. The French are attacking this UK that's trying to get themselves away from this fight. Maybe this is France's undoing. They're focusing on the wrong section of the fight. They should be rolling directly down the road, trying to take this 2-pointer only. Either way, the 1-pointer is going to be key. Let's see what Denmark has defending it. Slight infantry. Oh no, they're not prepared. They're not prepared. Let's see what these guys can do. I'm sure they'll lose a couple. Ooh. 2 men drop instantly. Oh yeah. It's a massacre. Yeah, Denmark's gonna take that easy. Or not, Denmark's gonna lose that, I would say. Now over here, the other big fight, yep, there it is. So they have all the points they need. They just gotta hold them till the battle finishes. Like I said before, guys, France should be ignoring this. This is what the Hiller clan wants. They need to pull their forces, maybe have a few to die. I mean, maybe there's not enough, but they need to divert as much as they can to this 2-pointer. They have to take the 2-pointer in order to win at this point in time. And what Denmark really needs is to mass route in about 2 minutes time. They need to mass route the Ottoman's army. So they can rush in the house unimpeded and get a good attack going. Now they get some cavalry up, which they can maybe do so. But they don't have a lot here. And Austria's gonna try funneling them into a kill zone. Plus, you have some grenadiers in here. They're just waiting to fight. I think Hiller's got this by LOC, and that'll be the only way. By the skin of their teeth, basically. They will win this. By LOC, barely. UK, I'm trying to mirror the French as the French are rushing over as much as they can. Now, France may be able to, you know, get some troops over here quicker than the UK can get their line up. But it won't be by very much. They're gonna push infantry right into a wall of bullets. Oh, France is gonna die. The cavalry has to go in first. Uh-oh. Oh, nice counter charge going for the skirmishers. Oh, that's... Oh my gosh. They leveled that unit. There's the main force. Go, France is making their move. Cavalry charging in, infantry going in for the LOC. Oh man, all hell is breaking loose here. All the rallies on both sides being popped to keep troops in the fight, but someone is gonna give.
The men of fatigue.
I'm seeing France wavering and breaking a lot more. This Dragoon Guards doing good in this fight so far. Fresh wave of French reinforcements is rushing in now. This is for the final fight, guys. 2 minutes 54 seconds. It takes roughly about 2 minutes to take a house, so they only have a little bit of time to actually do something. France needs to get some more men in the house immediately. But cavalry from the UK running through, forming a barrier to stop units from charging in for the LOC. Denmark is going to probably send some in from the other side. They're running out of options. They are running out of options. Another rally.
Our men are running.
Oh my gosh. It is all pandemonium. Chaos. flanking fire on this French unit. I mean, Denmark's in there. And John Moore's Grenadiers, they are winning slightly. Oh man, I'm starting to see some mass routing from the coalition. Man, they still hold. These brave grenadiers. On the outside, you just hear constant yelling, screams, and shots fired. Oh, they're wavering. Oh, they better get some. Oh, they need to get someone else in the house, like now. No way. Wait.
Our men
It's literally on this one unit, guys. I don't think there's anything else around. There's nothing else around. Denmark, oh my gosh, they held. They're holding. They're holding somehow. France is here, though. Look at this one grenadier holding the stairs. He's killed 2 already. Oh no. Oh. They did not take the house. That was so cool. Guys, if they had a minute or 2 left, they probably would have taken that house, and it would have not been a Hiller LOC victory. It would have been a Templar LOC victory. That was insanely close. Like, if you can see in the background, so much French infantry, generals, everything around there. That is ridiculous that they did not take it, actually. I would have been so, not upset, but I would have been so, like, shocked that somehow I didn't take it. Though those grenadiers were probably about to break. There's no way they weren't about to break. No way. But well played. Well played. So, yeah, hey, I mean, didn't do too bad here with the kills. Let's pull up the results here so we can see. On the coalition side, the victors, Hiller clan, you have Wayne, 9. He was 9-point Russia with 11, 10 for the kills. You have Jerka. He was playing the Ottoman UK, 1054 for the kills. You have, sorry, the text is kind of small. Inni, 1290 for the kills. That's another UK. And then you have Met. He had 1474 for the kills, playing a 10-point UK, España, Portugal. And a lot of kills on their side. But as you can see, on the French side, you have Grouchy, 8-point France with 1194. You have Paris as the Denmark with 1341. You have Valentin, 11-point France, 1185. And you have Stoltenberg with as a 10-point France, España with 929 for the kills. That, guys, is some impressive stats for a game. Just a credit to how well played and how bloody that fight was at the very end. A credit to both sides, and like I said, a victory for the Hiller clan, but barely. But they pulled out another victory. But yeah, man, what a battle. What a battle. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank y'all so much for always supporting, hopping in, commenting. Always appreciate, always love hearing from you guys. Until next time, guys, you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I will catch you all in another video.